Alright, hello there everyone, it's Krypno here. I know I'm wearing a GCU shirt, yet I don't go to GCU. The reason why is because it says Krypno on the back. I don't know if you can see that. Hopefully it does, I can't see what the camera looks like. Pardon me coughing. But I tried to shoot this video yesterday, and A, it didn't render well. It crashed 2 times while I was trying to render, and I think the reason why is because B is too long. It's like 24 minutes long. So I'm gonna try and make this. Hopefully I'm focused. There we go. Hopefully I'm focused. So I'm gonna try and make this as short as possible. I'm not gonna go for more than 10 minutes. So here we go. First off, this is my bedroom. I'm gonna flash to other Krypno, and he'll talk about. Before I talk about my bedroom, I'm gonna have future Krypno talk about this area. These are down here. This is my sister's tuba. My brother also has a baritone, but he has it with him. This is my keyboard. It is a Yamaha YPT 240. Reason why I wanted this one is because it has MIDI output that I can put into FL Studio, so I can route sound effects to each and every one of these keys, or I can have just a synthesizer like Citrus. For those of you who know how to work FL Studios, like Citrus, 3X Oscillator, I can have these control the synthesizers with the MIDI output on the back. Also, it's battery powered, so I can just play right now. So, pretty cool. I gotta turn it off. Come on. There we go. So yeah, that's my keyboard. This is my other Line 6. This is my Line 6 Spider 3. This is what I got. This was mine when we first got our guitars. I've moved it down here since it's the crappier of the two. I moved it down here. This is my living room. Pardon how awful it looks. My 2 dogs. Moved it down here. It's kind of the music area. So yeah, this is what you didn't see. Back to you, regular Krypno. Thanks, future Krypno. Anyways, this is the main bedroom. This is a custom bed that my dad made. He built the frame, put all the wood in it, and I sleep in it. And what's cool is I have this mod where I can watch YouTube in bed on my laptop right here. There's a plug right there. I have it running into here. It's under the bed. And I have a little thing here, so when I'm done, I just throw the laptop under there. It's not the best solution, but it gets the job done. So that's my bed. In terms of my PC, these are my 2 monitors. They're just kind of generic. I did have an ultra wide, but it broke, unfortunately. So yeah. When I'm not shooting with my main camera that I'm holding, which is a Sony Alpha 3000, of which I will show a PNG now. And if I'm not using that, I'm using this Logitech C920 webcam. You probably saw it in my guitar test footage on my other channel. My main channel. And I used both of these cameras to kind of record that. So yeah, my main PC. I'm going to list the specs as follows. So just listen. I don't feel like listing them out, so just listen. I have for CPU, I have a Core i7 4770K. It's a little bit dated. I built this PC over just about a year and a half ago, so yeah. I would recommend getting an updated version of that. It does the job though, so no need to upgrade. I have 16 gigs of RAM. Definitely if you're video editing, you need more. This had 8 gigs to start with. I would recommend getting 16. If you're video editing and gaming like I do. And sound editing as well. It has a NVIDIA GeForce GTX 760. Again, also, I built this a year and a half ago, so the 960 wasn't here. So if you were building a rig like this, get a 960. And that's that. It also has a capture card in there. It's an AverMedia Live Gamer HD. That's how I record. Sometimes I have that recording my PC if Fraps isn't working, but I mostly use it for my PS2. If you've been watching my Tony Hawk's American Wasteland series, that is my PS2. We've had this since the PS2 has been out, so I grew up playing that. So I'm very proud of that. So yeah, that's the main setup. I've also got, for my mouse, I have a Logitech G402. I know the G502 is apparently better, but I couldn't afford it. And it's just fine, because my hands are kind of big, and it's a really nice big mouse. And I love this DPI shifting button, which if you don't know what DPI shifting is, it's basically the sensitivity. So I can go, because I have it set to very high sensitivity, and if I press the button, it goes to very low sensitivity, which is nice, like when you're doing Photoshop. Anyways, G402 and the G502 has it, and I'm pretty sure the G602 has it as well. This is my Thermaltake Poseidon Z. I'll switch to Skype here. It has not genuine Cherry MX Blue switches, but they're just enough. They're nice tactile feedback switches for when I'm gaming. They feel very nice. If you want to get something less noisy, I would suggest getting one with a Cherry MX Brown variant, because they're also bumpy, but they don't make that sound. But yeah, that's my keyboard. For my speakers, I have these are like cheap Logitech speakers I got at Walmart. They sound great. They have a perfect sound signature. If you understand what the what the frequency response, if you understand that, they have a decently flat response curve, especially since it also has this subwoofer down here. Sorry for the cable management. I'll clean that up at some point. But it has a subwoofer as well, which adds to the experience. So yeah. In terms of headsets, I have HyperX Cloud 2s. Yes, I know they're a little bit more bass end, but you know, I account for that in when I'm editing here, and where I turn down like the bass end kind of things, because I know for editing it's not really accurate to have more bass end, but I do like how music generally sounds in these. So if you're kind of an all-around musician like I am and just like listening to all kinds of music, these are pretty good. So and these are about 80 bucks on Amazon. Highly recommend them. They also work with your iPhone apparently. It comes with where is it? I don't know. It has a detachable. Oh, here it is. It has a detachable mic that also apparently works on the iPhone. So, funny story. I'm now gonna move on. Oh, there's my AT2020. Audio Technica is around 90 bucks. I would recommend for optimal. I know I would probably be getting the XLR equivalent and running a DAC and actually recording that way. That way I don't have to deal with the sound cards USB, because this is this is an USB version of an AT2020, and it likes to clip sometimes when I'm too close. So I will probably be upgrading that at some point, but it does the job. In terms of software, I have my two set up right here. For music, this is FL Studio 11. So this is actually the timeline of Kansas's Dust in the Wind cover. My Kansas. Did that make it to the final render? I had like a little drum beat there. But anyways, yeah, this is the Dust in the Wind cover. But I've been using FL Studio for like 5 years now, and it's simply the best. I haven't used any other. I've used Melodyne. I haven't used Reason or Logic yet. But then again, I'm also not an Apple guy. So if you're a PC user, get FL Studio. I highly recommend it. And I'm using 11. I know 12 exists, but that's more geared for like laptops and stuff. And plus, they changed the way patterns work. If you know about FL Studio, they changed the way patterns work, and I don't necessarily like it. So I stick with 11. In terms of video editing, I use Sony Vegas Pro 13. I know 12. Oh look, my camera's autofocusing to my face that's right here, so that's funny. Sony Vegas Pro 13. I know it's not Adobe, but in terms of like the jump from Windows, because I before this I used Windows Movie Maker back on like my first 4 videos. In terms of a jump from Movie Maker to this, it's awesome. Obviously, it's not as in-depth as Adobe Premiere, but it's just fine. I don't need Adobe Premiere unless I am like running a big old content studio at some point. I'm probably gonna I don't know where my channel will end up someday, but if I make my own content studio, maybe, just maybe, I'll dabble into Adobe. But for now, Sony, you're my main squeeze. But yeah, it gets the job done. Obviously, this is my most recent vlog that I made for my other channel, my main channel. So yeah, that's the computer setup. In terms of the music setup, you saw what I have downstairs. But this is my other, as I referenced downstairs, this is my other Line 6 Spider 4. Both me and my brother got guitars, these 2 electrics, and we got 2 amps. My brother does not play guitar, so he gave me his guitar and amp. So yeah. They're decent, but I found that, oh shit, I'm trying to adjust this damn stand. I need to hang all my guitars on the wall. It's a solid state amp, so that means it's a modeling type amp. So when you turn it up very loud, it has this odd distortion sound that I'm not too keen on it sounding. I don't know. If you're getting a new starter amp, I would not recommend a Line 6 Spider brand. They don't sound the best. This is my bass amplifier. I don't know the exact model name, but it's just a simple 10 watt Ibanez bass amp. It's an analog amp. I know that for sure, because I took it apart. And it sounds way better, I found recently, because that cover of Kansas that I did on my main channel, I put my guitars through this, and my distortion pedal, which is a Boss DS1. I put it through that, and it sounded much better when turning it up. It stayed kind of true to what it is and not weirdly distort like the Spider. So yeah, that's my bass amp. In terms of my pedal, this is my Boss DS1. This is my only effects pedal I have right now. I intend to get more. But this was all I needed. I just needed it to quickly switch from clean to dirty, and this does the job. Funnily enough, this is also the same pedal that Kurt Cobain uses in terms of his distortion. He also has a chorus as well. But yeah, this guy's cheap. This is like $50 at Guitar Center or Amazon. I'm not sure, but at Guitar Center this is like $50. So need distortion? Go get a Boss DS1. Anyways, to my guitars. This is my Squier SP1. They don't make these anymore. This was my first guitar. And this combined with my dad's Now Is Mine Seagull, I kinda sort of destroyed it, if you can see on the top there. So it is now mine. I'm gonna buy him with my YouTube money that I may gain, or with my job money. I'm gonna rebuy him a Seagull. Let's see if we can do that. I'm gonna rebuy him this guitar. I don't know the exact brand name, but it is a satin finish cedar oak. It has more bass in, so I used these both guitars in recording Kansas. I recorded this because of the higher response, this one for the bass response. So, in terms of my electrics, these are now both my electrics. This Strat used to be my brother's, but it is now mine. I traded it for this and the Spider for a TV, because he plays Xbox more than I do. Also because I also begged it off of him because since we both got them at the same time, and I only got this because I liked the look of an SG. I didn't know that I would like feel of a Strat better, because it feels better. It's lighter, the action is just overall lower, and it's more comfortable. So that is why I'm now a Fender guy. But I still own this Epiphone here. There's also a video up on my main channel, or it's not on my main channel, it's linked on my main channel, where I play Little Wing. I think it's like 4 or 5 years ago, but I played Little Wing on that guy at a recital, so go check it out. But yeah, I've done some relicking on this guy, so you can see it's kind of satiny, and there's also some wear and tear right here. I've also got Jimi Hendrix kind of feel. So yeah, I did a little bit of modding there. This is my bass. It was my dad's, but it is now mine. It's a Lady Luck. They're a cheap Korean brand that's really low end, but they're rare, which is kind of a weird nuisance. Since this is the only bass I have, and it is very cheap, some things broke, like this tone knob at one point, so I modded it. I desoldered kind of the entire electronics and put it back together with a Fender tone knob that is a little bit short. The rod that goes through the body is a little bit short, so I had to route this out for it to fit, but it works now. It works beautifully. And I also put in some Seymour Duncan. I don't know the name, so I will find the name, and future editing Griffin will put that up. But yeah, that's my bass. By the way, all my electrics have strap locks. If you have not gotten strap locks yet for your electric guitar, do it now, because they are simply superior. They do not fall off accidentally. You have to really do that to get them off. So yeah, strap locks. I have a bongo drum. I use that for my Joanne Jett cover. So yeah, that's there. In terms of how I record them, I used my, most recently for my Kansas cover, I used my AT2020 recording from this, and I use an FL Studio. They have a little plugin. Let's go. Oh, hold on, I gotta go to FL Studio. FL Studio has a built-in recorder. So you go to your channels. Let's go to this one. Select it, and it's called Edison. And whatever you can change what you want to have selected in this channel. So for instance, we now have this microphone. So if I tap this microphone, it'll record that. So yeah, it'll record that. That's how I record all my stuff for this Kansas cover. So yeah, that's that. I think that's it. If you like this setup tour, leave a like. If you didn't like it, leave a dislike. If your feelings could be on that, leave a comment down below. Go to my, I'm gonna try and go a little bit lower here. My Twitter and Instagram, which are at Krypno123. My Snapchat's actually also Krypno123, so if you want to see some snaps, go there as well. But thank you all for watching. This has been your boy Krypno, signing off. Peace.